So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. A 1970 Superior Sovereign combination coach, only one of 232 combination units produced by Superior Coach of Lima, Ohio. It was originally leased by the Wrangler Funeral Car Company in Warsaw, Indiana, based on a Cadillac commercial chassis with a 472 cubic inch V8, and this was $13,140 when it was new. This is a time when the average family sedan cost between $2,500 and $4,500. So this thing now would be about $70,000 to $80,000 in that regard. This was both an ambulance. It has a Federal Model 175 beacon, twin Superior bullet lights, a Federal Model 15A electronic siren, and air conditioned and oxygen equipped. I was purchased from a couple near Bay City, Michigan before returning back to Warsaw, being restored.
Started from Warsaw, came back to Warsaw.
Are you the owner?
I'm the owner.
Okay, so this is Steve Petro, and this is his ambulance.
You want the lights on?
Yeah, if you turn them on, that'd be awesome.
It's also a hearse.
I was reading that, yeah. So, well, back then they didn't have EMTs.
They didn't have EMS.
So all they would do is come and pick you up. And
Small
if you
communities had the ambulance service ran EMS.
So if you died on the way, they just turned right and went to the funeral home.
They kept you one way or the other.
Yeah, because the people that watched you really weren't. They were just normally a fire person or a transporter, what we would call transporters now.
Exactly.
They weren't nurses or anything else for the most part. They just picked you up off the pavement with a spatula, stuck you in the car. And if you made it, they said,
if you didn't,
if you're heading home, you go to the white building or you go to the black.
Those things blink, or what do they do?
they do. When it's dark out, they blink back and forth.
Oh my God! Turn that on, right?
Yep.
So, but I mean, it's nice. It has.
Outrageous lights on any ambulance I've ever seen.
It's got the really nice 60s gold flare interior going for it too. And look at the size of this seat. You could fit a family of 4 and their dog on there. So, and is that the original whatever thing that is, the control panel?
For all the lights, the rear air, the rear heat.
Now, is the horn electric? Like, how does the horn work? Because
Okay, you switch this to siren.
right, but I mean, it's an electrical horn. It's not air driven, right?
It's the old tritone Cadillac horn.
Okay,
When this is switched back, it's just regular
okay.
Cadillac
But
horn.
then if you turn it on, then
switch the switch on, then when
it
you
just
hit the
clicks.
horn, the siren goes.
okay. So, and it's got a 4-set. Can you open the hood or no?
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome. And that's a 472 under there, right?
472.
So
1973, they switched to a 500.
I was gonna say the Cadillac, the big 500 Cadillac,
Right.
was the one that had the Caddy with the lights up and down.
Yep.
So yeah, and it needs power brakes for this thing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And when the power goes off, there are no brakes.
Oh, okay. So
You need the assist.
so where would the horn? Is that the horn right there?
No, it's down here.
Oh my gosh! Look at the size of that horn.
That's the siren.
That's the siren. Yeah. So this spins,
Right?
and by spinning, it forces the air over the bars, and that what makes the tone.
And you keep hitting the horn button, and it keeps the siren moving.
Oh, okay. So, and then if not, it would switch to this. So there's probably one wire that clicks to one or the other. You're true.
Well, it depends on the switch.
Right, that's the thing. The switch up there, it picks whichever one. So they're both okay.
Our local funeral director had it, and he used it for parades and just for fun.
Right.
He didn't use it in services, and he had made a comment that he might retire. I said, well, I'd like to buy your coach. Well, a couple days later, he decided not to retire, but he still decided to sell me
Now,
the coach.
was it white or was it black?
It's always been white.
Okay.
Now it did have a black vinyl top on it at one time.
Right.
Now vinyl tops age.
Oh yeah,
years,
and yeah.
So they peeled it off and made it all white.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool though. Very cool. This thing's got to be so heavy too.
Oh,
so.
it rides like
It's a beast.
dream. I drove it down here from Indiana
Now-
last part of July, and it just perfect.
Does it have the air ride on it, like
No.
the Cadillacs of that?
That was back in those days. They didn't have air ride.
They didn't have air ride because I know. Well, my uncle's '58 Caddy had air ride.
Okay, well, this
but
does not.
this does not have air ride.
What year is
so,
this? 70.
But
And it does
sweet.
have all the rollers in the back. The cot comes out, flip the rollers over, and it's a hearse.
And it has a little. They lock down onto
Yeah, they
it,
lock
right?
down.
Yeah. As the back.
It's open,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So we're gonna go take a look at the back of this. Hopefully, the only time you guys see the back of an ambulance is on this video, or the back of a hearse. If you see the back of a hearse and it ain't on this video and it's live, then
not
you
gonna-
got a real bigger problem than
I'm
this.
going to witness it.
So.
Yeah, it's clean.
Very nice. I bought it just like the way it is.
So,
6 months.
are you a doctor?
No.
Oh. He keeps the clubs there because his game died years ago.
It did. See here, and flip these over, and they're rollers all the way up through.
Okay.
There's a stop at the front. This is the stop to the back, depending on the size of the casket.
And then that's a jump seat, right? That
There's
pops
two
up.
jump seats that flop out.
Okay.
Now, that way is if you needed help on the way to the hospital,
Right.
you might have either a family member or someone that might know something about medical.
Yeah. Ride with you.
Then if it was a young child, the stop moves back to the middle in front of the wheel, and then you adjust this to the size of the casket. If it was
Okay.
a teenager or a young child.
Gotcha.
And then a baby would go between here and here. The casket would sit in sideways.
Oh wow. Wow. So, and that explains why you have this, because if it's used for funeral processions, you want this, not necessarily for the sick people.
That's correct.
So,
So the ambulance signs are thumb screwed in. You
Okay.
loosen 2 thumb screws, take the signs out, close the curtains, and it's a hearse.
and it's a hearse. Wow. And then was it in this good a condition?
This is the way I purchased it from our local funeral director.
So the body is not. This is not rusted, or
I think it's probably been redone, but it's
right.
been,
But when you had it.
when I got it, it was just like this.
Oh, okay. And I mean, just it's super. Well, I guess
Very clean.
very clean.
The headliner
So-
is perfect.
And those side doors will open, right, on either side? Okay. So,
It's very few ambulances in 1970 had oxygen.
oh wow. Okay.
And I've got the oxygen, I've got the original mask, I've got a medical kit that folds out, has all the sutures.
It's all
band-aids.
periods correct?
It's all period correct.
Okay.
This entire vehicle is period correct for 1970.
And this thing isn't. It's not light either.
No,
right?
it's not like It's
So-
not like the new ones that come out and the legs flop down.
Right. No, those things were like 2 hefty guys that had to, and well, actually 4 hefty guys probably.
Exactly. And I do have a second cot underneath, inside the back left door,
Oh, okay.
underneath the compartment. I've got a body bag.
Oh wow. So you, just in case the zombie apocalypse, so you can go into service.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
You got a new business opportunity.
I may be cheaper, but I won't be any deeper.
So yeah. So wow. And this just is a giant door, one hand.
Giant door, and it is heavy.
Now, does this window go down?
No.
Okay.
And this particular coach was a commercial chassis. It has no tilt, no cruise, no power windows.
Okay. Well, now I got to go up front because I can't. He turns that loud all the time.
Hey, John.
I'm just going to do it here. All right, guys. So this may be the last view somebody ever has in one of these. Is looking through that back window, and no, that's not a radio for you when you're sick. That oxygen and air right there. And it does have a slide window, so you could use this as an Uber if you wanted to.
Good, yeah. I'm not sure who'd want to ride it.
I don't know. There's a lot of people out there.
At 12 miles per gallon, I don't think I want to.
That's true. But anyway, if you like this kind of thing, and I think it's totally cool. So if you like it, please subscribe. Please hit like and ring the bell. And also, you might want to ring the bell if you're buried alive in your casket, because there's a bell there too telling us you're alive. So
And you want out.
yeah, and you went out. So anyway, very cool car, and thank you so much for sharing
Thank you, Sean.
with us.
You bet.
Thanks.
Have a great day. Merry Christmas.
April, Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.